Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a what's for dinner for you guys. I went over all the foods that my family and I ate last week. Some of the dishes I made and some of the dishes my mom actually made for us. I do want to note that I absolutely love cooking. I cook often. This week just fell a little weird because my mom was taking care of my son and we had went out to the 98 Degrees concert, and it was kind of like a pretty busy week, which is why my mom prepared a couple of meals for us. I do want to get your opinion on a couple of things though. I want to know whether or not you guys like footage included of meals that I do not prepare, because I don't know what my mom's process is. I don't know how she cooks certain meals, and I don't want you guys to feel like you guys are seeing footage that you guys cannot recreate. So if that's your thing, if you don't mind, and if you're just interested in seeing different meals regardless and getting inspiration from those, like visually looking at meals, then awesome, I'll keep them in. Just let me know, just so that I know what to do for next week's What's for Dinner. I hope you guys enjoy. There goes Aiden. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys have any questions about anything, just go ahead and leave a comment below.
For Monday's dinner, we're doing curry beef with rice. So here I have a piece of flank steak. You're also going to need some garlic, some salt and pepper, some curry powder, onion powder, oyster sauce, fish sauce, some coconut coloring, which isn't necessary. I was just always taught to cook with it, and some sugar. So the first thing we're going to do is cut the meat up into thin strips to your liking. First, you're going to add about 2 tablespoons of garlic, about half a teaspoon of salt, about half a teaspoon of black pepper, about half a teaspoon of onion powder, around 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce, about 2 teaspoons of the fish sauce, a 1/4 teaspoon of the coconut coloring, a tablespoon or so of sugar, and as much curry to your liking, really. Now you're gonna go ahead and mix everything up. I find that using my hands is the best way, but you do whatever you're comfortable with. It is your kitchen. Now I am cutting up about 1/4 of an onion, just for a little bit of texture, really, because we already have that onion powder in there, so too much onion would be totally overpowering. And now I just cover it up and I put it in the fridge for about an hour. So as the meat is marinating, I am going to go ahead and rinse some rice and get it into the rice cooker. So you're going to start off with a pan with some olive oil. You're going to add those onions. You're going to saute them around for a little bit. Next, you're going to add your curry beef. Let that work around for a bit. If anyone's wondering, I am cooking this outside just because the curry smell kind of lingers. I love eating it, but I don't want to smell it forever. So I went ahead and plated that up with a little side of rice and a mini cucumber. It was absolutely delicious. It's one of our favorite meals. So for this recipe, you're going to need 8 ounces of shells, some salt and pepper, some olive oil, 2 cups of beef broth. You're also going to need 3/4 cups of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of garlic. You're going to need 1.5 cups of the Sharp Cheddar Cheese, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 1 pound of ground beef, 1/4 of an onion, and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So for Tuesday's dinner, we're doing creamy beef and shells. I start off the pan with some olive oil, and I went ahead and added my ground beef. It is 85/15 if anybody is wondering. I go ahead and cook that around, and eventually I add some salt and pepper to the mix and just make sure everything is cooked thoroughly. So now that the ground beef is all cooked up, I'm going to go ahead and scoop it out and put it into a bowl and set it aside and reserve the fat that came from the ground beef. To that, I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of diced white onion. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of garlic. Once that's incorporated, I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to whisk that in and work it around for about 2 minutes. After that, I'm going to slowly whisk in my 2 cups of beef broth. After everything is incorporated, I am going to go ahead and add in my can of tomato sauce. To the mixture, I am going to add 1 tablespoon each of oregano, garlic and herb from Mrs. Dash. I love this stuff. I put it on everything. Some salt, and also some pepper. Now you're going to go ahead and make sure that everything is incorporated and let that simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. So while your sauce is simmering, you could go ahead and cook up your pasta. 8 ounces is about half a box of pasta. So you're going to let that sauce kind of do its thing for a bit, and then go ahead and add in that ground beef that you cooked and put to the side earlier, as well as the 8 ounces of shells that you've cooked. So after that, you're going to go ahead and add in your extra sharp cheddar cheese. And once that gets melted into your pasta, you are ready to eat. This was absolutely delicious. We served it with a side of garlic knots. It is definitely a new favorite. So on Wednesday, I actually didn't cook. My mom was watching Aiden for the day, and she prepared some white rice with some veggie soup. There's pumpkin, carrot, and potatoes in there. So my mom spoiled us yet again the next day. She sent us home with some chicken drums. I served that alongside some white rice, some kimchi, and a mini cucumber. So first I got started on my garlic noodles. This day I ended up using angel hair pasta. I went ahead and broke my angel hair in half and added it to the boiling water. So in a little pan, I went ahead and heated up some butter, and to this butter I added about a cup of panko breadcrumbs. You are more than welcome to use regular breadcrumbs as well. To that I added some garlic powder. I'll also be adding some pepper and some salt to this as well. This gives the garlic noodles a great crunch, and it's definitely something that we love in my family. So I let the panko breadcrumbs get nice and toasty. I will warn you not to walk away from your stove when you do this because it will burn. In a separate pot, I added some butter and some garlic. Once you get that raw edge off of the garlic, you're going to go ahead and add your cooked angel hair pasta to it and coat the pasta well in the garlic and butter concoction. And then go ahead and toss your breadcrumbs in there, mix everything together, and voila, you have the best garlic noodles ever. So then I took the drumsticks to the backyard and I went ahead and grilled them up. After the chicken was finished, I went ahead and plated it up with those garlic noodles and a little side of corn. This dinner was absolutely delicious. It's something that our family loves to eat, and it's quick. And who doesn't love a quick dinner, right? So on Sunday, we had pho gà that my mom had made for us. And this pretty much wraps up my What's for Dinner for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please like and subscribe.